channel where we throw ink and lick nibs and touch pens. Hi, I'm Aziza, aka Gourmet Pens. I have a new mic. It's right in my face because I don't have all the stuff that I need for it yet, so hopefully this helps. And if not, I'm sorry. We'll figure something out. Today we are looking at a notebook that was sent to me. Thank you so much to the Paper Mind. I love trying out new notebooks and I love doing notebook videos because I like discovering them with you. It's like dual exploration. And the notebook, okay, let me tell you a bit about the notebook. This is called the Paper Mind Mitsubishi Bank Paper Notebook. It is ruled, 3 colors available. You've got black, red, gray. Obviously, this is the red. Here's why it's special. Mitsubishi Bank Paper is the best for fountain pens. It makes the writing experience really good, and it also works with rollerballs, ballpoints, gel pens, felt tip pens. The notebook itself has an ultra flexible, oh, that's a nice binding. Ultra flexible stitched binding to maximize comfort. It opens easily. It's lying flat. That's amazing. Simple design for distraction-free writing. I actually like the simple design for distraction-free writing, not necessarily for myself, but like if I'm in a meeting or if I'm out and I just want to like look like a professional, it's really nice. It's just really clean. That's just one of the things. That is the thing I use to justify having a bajillion notebooks to myself. So, okay. 192 pages of 87.9 GSM Mitsubishi Bank paper, acid-free, 7mm, light gray rule, stitched binding with 12 signatures, paper cloth cover, black woven bookmark, gray end papers, A5 size, made in Japan. Okay, now we get to do the fun stuff. So let's just like talk about how it feels. Very elegant. I very much like this. Ultimately, I would like more colors, and the red is, of course, the most colorful. Fortunately, that's the one I have. It's very business-like, which is totally fine. So I actually wrote a couple things just in here because I was just inking a pen, but I haven't really assessed it. I really like the rounded, like this look is really good. Rounded corners, the margins on the ends are not huge, so it doesn't feel like I'm wasting lined paper. And I'm pretty happy with this so far. Like, I really like how it looks. But now, let's get down to business. First of all, I have a Pilot Kakuno. I think it's actually called the Kakuno. Is that how it's pronounced? Kakuno? It's an extra fine. So for all of those who like extra fine nibs, this one's for you. Okay. I don't need to look through my video camera. I can just look at the paper because I have it set up that way. And then while I do that, I can talk to you about how extra fine this nib is. Pilot Kakuno. This is the extra fine, and wow, it is very extra fine. You probably cannot hear it because the mic is right in my beak, but it's very fine. The paper is not coated and super smooth, so I do find a touch of feedback, which is really nice. I really like that. Sometimes you actually want a more pencil-like experience, and this definitely achieves that. This is a blue-black ink that I don't know what it is. Does it really matter? The nib is extra fine. It's blue-black. There's nothing special about it in an extra fine. Okay, let's move on to less nauseating nibs, shall we? This is an empty pen. I don't know why I have it in my pile. Next up, we have the... Let me just make sure. Okay, you can see. Oh, yeah, okay. Pelican. This is an M200. The color is the golden barrel model, which is pretty good looking. The nib is a broad steel, and the ink is Colorverse Golden Leaves. How convenient that we've got two goldens. That was a skip there. That was the nib, not the paper. Of course, I'm writing with oily hands. Not oily hands. I just showered and my hands are moisturized. So oily hands. Let me do some like inky stuff. That looks pretty cool. It almost looks very symmetrical, like I planned it. Obviously. I like to throw ink. So let's just throw ink for a second. And the reason I do this is because I'm curious to see how blobs of ink dry on the paper. Like, does it get absorbed? Does it ghost? Does it absorb through the first layer and then spread on the second layer? So we'll see. So give me a second. We're going to splatter ink. I also add water to just, you know, if you're an artist or you just like to do ink washes, it kind of gives you an idea for how it'll tolerate water. Don't do this at home. I'm a professional. A professional mess maker. Let's do a double broad nib. Oh, baby. That's what OBB stands for. Oh, baby. It's so amazing. I recently had coffee, if you can't tell. I really like this paper. This notebook is really solid. I've actually never used bank paper before, but this is quite enjoyable. I'm a fan. I realized, because now I'm thinking about it, I forgot to tell you the notebook is $35. It is not an inexpensive notebook, but it is not a cheap, poorly made notebook. Clearly. It's really nice. Super elegant. Definitely gives me a premium notebook feel. Definitely has a premium notebook look. But all of this in a really good way. Now we're going to use a Pilot Parallel. The best of the best. The Gourmet Pen's pink ink, obviously. Hello. I just re-inked it. But I inked it through the barrel, so not the section. So the nib has got to pick up some ink. Okay, so we have done that. Now let's hop on over to the water washing. I'm just going to smear ink. Look at this. Does this not look to you like a clear night sky with lots of stars glowing? That's what I was going for. I knew what I was doing. I knew it was going to look amazing because I am a professional ink slinger. If you would like to be a professional ink slinger, you can be. Just a little shameless self-promo. If you join my Patreon, I've got an ink slinging tier where you can sign up and then you will get ink slinger stickers made by moi, which is Aziza, certified ink slinger extraordinaire. Extraordinaire. I shouldn't be allowed to do videos when I've had coffee. You know why? Because I'm crazy. Okay. This did not, the blue and the pink didn't come out nice. That looks like mud. So, but this looks really cool. There is, let's pull this up, get all close and intimate. There is no feathering. That's amazing. You saw me pour water on. This paper's fantastic. This notebook, I'm a huge fan. Look at the ink, like chromatographing, and you're getting all the shading, all the colors that's creating the ink. I think this looks amazing. Now, just because I'm impatient and I want to see the backside, I'm just going to dry off the ugly patch of ink that I made down there and then the little bits of water so that I can turn the page. And absolutely no bleed through. Very little show through. You could easily use both sides of the page. That's incredible. I'm pretty happy about that. So let me turn the page. And now the second part of a notebook review is, that was like the professional part where I throw ink and I test the waters, literally test the waters. The second part is where I have fun. So let's write some fun things. We're going to write, wait, first of all, I'm going to put a blob of ink here. Very professionally, I have used my piston to just blob ink on the page. And now we are going to write words. So I'm going to dip my pen in there, my nib in there. That really, I realize I'm not using the lines in the way that lines are generally intended to be used. Hella, that's not what I meant to write either. I don't really know what I was writing. I got distracted by myself, which is weird. Now I'm going to use a, oh, what's this? Boy, isn't that fancy. It's an Opus 88 and a Gourmet Pens exclusive because it's the blue-green swirl. Okay, this one works better. The yellow and the purple. This looks so good. The purple is Pannonia. I'm going to butcher how this is pronounced because I haven't read the pronunciation pamphlet as yet because I never thought I would be saying it out loud. But it's Pannonia Tiania Lila Purple. My deepest apologies for butchering that, which I probably did. So what I'm finding, not super huge on sheen, probably because it's not very coated, and that's totally fine with me because if I had to pick between sheen and shading, I would pick shading, and it shows shading very well. So I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm really excited that I got to try this, and now that I have suitably soiled the notebook, I can use it for whatever I want. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to use it for just pretty quotes and testing ink and writing with pens. So, you know, what any normal person would use a notebook for. The tooth, like the slight bit of tooth to the page, catches the Pilot Parallel really well and gives it a lot of texture. So, beautiful notebook. Very, very pleased with this paper. And of course, I'm only 2 pages in. So, but after having reviewed many notebooks and used, I don't know, like hundreds of notebooks and having more and touching them, you get an idea for what is a good notebook, like what's well made. This notebook is well made. It's gonna last. I can tell it. You could just tell by the way it's put together and how it's finished. And I really like how simple and tidy it is. And I really like this paper. So I'm very happy. That was my first impressions of the Papermind Bank Paper Notebook. Thank you again to Papermind for sending it over. We're going to sign off now. We're going to wrap it up. And I'm going to say thank you so much all for joining me. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. I am Gourmet Pens. That's me. You can find me on all the socials. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. And also Patreon if you would like to support the Inky Messes adventure. Okay, everyone. I didn't do ballpoints and stuff because we already know it works with that. And to be honest, fountain pens are more fun. So we're going to sign off. I already said that. Take care. We'll see you on the next video. Bye!